Welcome to the final ranking of the live action Mortal Kombat characters. From the best, from the possible, and to the absolute pathetic. Now, I'm going to start off with Sindel, the Queen. And I will say the Annihilation version is far better than Mortal Kombat 2. The Annihilation Sindel does all her moves and actually serves a purpose. Yes, she's got so many iconic, infamous lines, but that's why we love that Sindel. Now, the new Sindel, good actress, but she was useless. The character was useless. Hopefully, we get justice for Sindel in the next movie. Now, let's go to the princess, Kitana. Now, I love Talisa Soto. I grew up with her roles. She does kick ass in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And her character develops and progresses between films. Conquest, Kitana is quite good. Mortal Kombat 2 Kitana, well, she's everything in one film. And she really owns the role in action. She wears blue and she has the mask. She does a lot of fan work. So, yeah, I will have to give it to MK2 Kitana with Talisa right up there. And Conquest Kitana is still pretty good. But MK2 Kitana just wins this. Now, let's go with Sonya. Bridget Wilson is awesome. Sandra Hess's take, she does all the action. Like, she has so many fights. So for the action, it goes to Sandra Hess. For the character, I'd have to say Bridget Wilson. And Jess, well, her take on Sonya is sort of watered down a bit. Like, her fights are really short. And she's generally taken aside and knocked out quite a bit. Yeah, Bridget's fight with Kano was short, but it's still cool. You know, she does one move. Sandra Hess does Sonya's Hurricanrana, her fatality on Cyrax, which is awesome. So, and Jess does the Hurricanrana and her pink ring move. So, there's good and bad from each Sonya, but I'm just going to have to give it to Sandra Hess for the action. And it's sort of like, you know, Sandra Hess will be for the action. Everyone pretty much favors Bridget as the best one, and respect to Jess for doing what she's given with the script. Now, let's go with Raiden. As far as Raiden looks in MK2, that's the best look. And he keeps the hat on throughout the whole film. But he's sidelined. He barely does anything. James Remar fights, even though it's not him fighting, but his Raiden does fighting in Annihilation. But Christopher Lambert, he's got a great voice. He's got that laugh. His comedic timing is good. When he punches a guy, he's like, sorry. And just how he can just either sit there and do the basic clap or the finger, and I don't think so. Like, yeah, he doesn't do much, but he shocks Sub-Zero and Scorpion. He arm flips Liu Kang. He has a really cool introduction. So, Chris Lambert, best Raiden for like characteristics, For the action, it's Annihilation Raiden, and Jeff Meek is a great mix of action and characters. So yeah, I say Lambert, Jeff Meek, James Remar, and then the new Raiden. But he's got the best look. And bonus points because he wears the hat throughout. Now, speaking of wearing an item throughout, let's go to Shao Kahn. Okay, Brian Thompson, he does all the quotes. His costume is good. He has that epic opening speech. Sure, he's a wimp and a daddy's boy. But he does his shoulder tackle, the projectile, even though it's from his eyes or mouth in the original game, he does use his Wrath Hammer. Now, Martin Ford, he's stronger with character. His look is more recent. He uses his hammer too much. He does his shoulder tackle a lot. He does the laugh and he doesn't do any quotes. So for the quotes and moves, it's Brian Thompson who has the coolest costume, but Martin wears the mask throughout. Bit of a stronger performance. And of course, Jeff Meek again. Sinister character, a couple of quotes. Not really any accurate moves. And yeah, so there's, again, bits of good and bad with these Khans. Who's the best though? Well, I would say, for overall, for pretty much having almost everything, it's sort of like not really a draw, but would have to give it to Martin for seriousness. And yeah, great character traits in Conquest. But yeah, Thompson gets the costume and the quotes right. Now Sub-Zero. 95 Sub-Zero, he does his fatality, the ice grenade. He has a short fight. His mask is really cool, and they brought that into the recent games. Now, Annihilation Sub-Zero, he has a fight with Scorpion. He's got the scar. And he's played by Keith Cook, who was Reptile, who's in the second best fight ever in Mortal Kombat movies. Conquest Sub-Zero, yeah, he's pretty cool. But yeah, the new Sub-Zero is lethal. But for costume, it's 95. For lethalness would be Mortal Kombat 2021. Now, Scorpion. 95 for the costume. He does all the moves. He does the get over here. He does his teleport. He does his toasty fatality. Annihilation Scorpion does the suckers. Does his teleport. Get over here. The costume looks like it's from MK3. Well, Ultimate MK3 and Trilogy. Now the new Scorpion, the samurai look is interesting. But yeah, look, it's 95 Scorpion who gets the best. Now Noob Saibot, it's Mortal Kombat 2 easily. He just does everything. He looks perfect. That's him. Shang Tsung, it's Kari Haruki Tagawa. Bruce Locker would be second. And then, yeah, Chin, sorry mate, but you're not good in that role. You're not good. Carry for Shang Tsung easily. Now, Johnny Cage. Lyndon Ashby is great. Character egotistic from the get-go. He does the split punch and shadow kick. He's in the best fight of all Mortal Kombat films. And Carl Urban, His character progresses. He does 2 moves, split punch and shadow kick. His fight against Baraka is awesome. He takes on Noob Saibot's Shadow. He banters with Kano, so they're like a draw. Literally. Both Johnnies are good. Now, speaking of Kano, it is Trevor Goddard who wins because he's got his metal face. Josh Lawson is just there. Like, he's great for the one-liners, the character. He's like, he does his eye laser constantly, even though that's his fatality. He does use his knives a bit, but because he lacks the metal face, he doesn't get first place. Because, come on. But he's fantastic. He's just so close. It's like you're standing there and someone comes up to you, leans on your shoulder, is like, hey, buddy, that's Josh. But we traveled just that step forward. Now let's go with Jax. Okay, the original Jax. He's not in the original movie much. Still cool to see him. Now, Annihilation Jax, he has practical robot arms. He's got a few jokes. He's in a great fight against Cyrax. He's got some one-liners. He does his, gotcha grab pretty much. He does the earthquake punch. And yeah, he was a gladiator. New Jax, he does the earthquake punch. He's in a good fight. He does his head smash fatality. So yeah, it's sort of hard. Like, I'll rank Annihilation Jax a bit better because he's got the practical arms. Didn't need that stupid Arcana or CGI crap. And, well, he lasts the whole film. Now, let's go to Quan Chi. Conquest Quan Chi, he looks exactly like he does from when we first see him in Mythologies, Sub-Zero, and Mortal Kombat 4. He's quirky, he can be sinister and mysterious. MK2 Quan Chi, he's fun, he looks like he's meant to from recent games. He doesn't really do much. Conquest Quan Chi does a couple moves. So, I have to give it to Conquest. He fights Shang Tsung and it's a great fight. He doesn't wear his full costume for most of the series, but the makeup is more accurate. But yeah, MK2 Quan Chi is still pretty good. Now, Liu Kang, it's Robin Shu all the way. He's the main character. He does his bicycle kick, which looks great. He's in one of the best damn fights, like second best. Though people will find it the best one. But Johnny vs. Scorpion just beats it. Liu also versus Smoke, which is another great fight. He wins the tournament. He defeats Shao Kahn. And yeah, he's not pushed aside in favor of Cole Young. And so yeah, nothing against Ludi, but Robin is Liu Kang. Now, if I've missed anyone, it's just due to comment below your favorites. Now, Kung Lao. Conquest Kung Lao wore the outfit from Mortal Kombat 3. He has some really good fights, but MK2 Kung Lao does do more moves, and he uses his hat, and he is better. But for the MK3 costume in Conquest, that was awesome detail, but MK2 in 2021 Mortal Kombat Kung Lao is the better one. He does more. And Jade. Mortal Kombat 2 Jade. She is the better one. Wears her mask. Does more with her staff. And just better portrayal. Now, Baraka. It's cool to see him in Annihilation. He looks like he does similar from MK2. He does a little chop chop, but he's wasted. He's absolutely wasted in that film. The mask is pretty cool. He looks close to how he originally does, but Baraka in Mortal Kombat 2 steals the show. He's awesome. He does blade sparks. He goes chop chop. He's a bit of a dork, but he's fun. What a rush that was. So comment below your favorites, your least favorites, and I'll scare you later.